Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? Jim here with another figure review. And staying on the Star Wars path, tonight I'm looking at the Hera Syndulla figure. Definitely very, very cool. Now, looking at the package, it's basically that like we've seen with the other Black Series. You get the open window, you get the character image here, you got Star Wars. On the one side, you have the name of the character. You got number 42 on this side. On the back, you do have the read-up along with all of the other stuff. On the bottom you got that, on the top you got that. But yeah, this figure definitely looks good, you know, behind the window. So let's crack her open. And okay, and here she is all out of the packaging along with her accessory. She does come with one little pistol, which, you know, is pretty basic, but at least they slap some paint on there for us. We do get a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver on both sides, so not too bad. She doesn't really have a pistol holding hand, so I've just been kind of putting it in this one. Just kind of looks better than, you know, holding in this hand, but she will hold it in either hand. Now, taking a closer look, I do like the face, the head sculpt. I do think they did a really, you know, a nice job on this. I mean, it's not like, you know, oh my gosh, but it does look good. Nice clean paint for the eyes, for the lips, nice sculpt. They did do a good job on her little, you know, goggles. They look good. Got some silver paint on there. I do like we get a little bit of texture here. And then her little, like, you know, ear horn things look really good. Got some nice kind of silver paint that's kind of subtle throughout them, so that does look decent. They did give us a little bit of paint here on the collar. The shirt and everything, I mean, it's all pretty plain. There is no shading or anything. You get a little bit of, you know, sculpted wrinkles and lines throughout. Same thing with her pants. I mean, it would have been nice if they would have added a little bit of, you know, I don't know, just more shading or color. It's pretty plain. But I mean, it does look pretty accurate, you know, for the most part. These are, you know, kind of just floaty pieces, but they don't really get in the way too much just because they're connected up here. We do get a little bit of silver paint on like the rivets around her gauntlet there. She does come with a holster for the gun down here, so you can put that in her little ankle holster thing. Again, we get a silver painting on the little buckle, the little dot down here, so that's not too bad. And we do get some nice, you know, sculpted work going into the pants. And you do get a little bit of sculpted line. I just would have liked to see a little bit, maybe like a wash or something. I think would have made it look, you know, quite a bit better. And let me show you what the gun looks like there. So that looks pretty good in the holster as well. But now as far as articulation, we do have the standard hinge and ball for the neck. But we get down about that much. You get really no up because unfortunately, you know, these are gonna be running in. Now at first, because of these cuts right here, I thought that, you know, you could, you know, rotate these, but you can't unless mine are just really stuck. So that's a little bit unfortunate. That would have been nice if we could at least kind of rotated these around a little bit. But you do get rotation. I mean, they are kind of soft, so you can just kind of, you know, pop it over the arm if you have to for rotation. You don't really get much side to side. The arms have the hinge and swivel, but and these are soft, a little bit on the soft side. Not really soft, but much better than like the last couple stormtroopers that I reviewed. You can pretty much get her arms out horizontally, so that's nice for the most part. That does swivel all the way around. There is no bicep swivel. You do have a single bend, but, you know, we get nice range out of that, more than 90, so that's nice. And of course we do have a swivel there at the elbow. The hands do swivel and hinge. This hinges up and down on her left side, and then over here we have left to right and also swivel. We do have a cut at the waist, so it gives you rotation. Get a little bit of back, a little bit of forward, a little bit of side to side. So not bad movement there. You get nice movement with the hips, so pretty much almost through the entire splits. Going forward, you get nice range. Going back, you get, you know, a little bit of range. The butt sculpt kind of bumps into it there a little bit. We do have a cut here, so you do have a upper thigh rotation. Double jointed knees, look a little blocky, but you get, you know, about that much out of that. And then you do have a hinge that'll bring the leg, the foot back really nice. Really nice movement going forward. And you do have a forward facing pin for rocker. So I mean, overall, I think she definitely looks pretty good, you know? I mean, definitely some good articulation in her. You know, not the best, but I mean, you will be able to, you know, pose her up a little bit for the most part. I would like to see a little bit more movement in the head. And her goggles are soft, but, you know, so you can pretty much kind of bring them down over her eyes, but they're not going to stay. So that's a little bit unfortunate. That'd be nice if they would have added something to where we could bring that down and get them to stay. Now, as far as how tall she is pretty much almost at 5.5 inches. Get her to stand up. She has some small feet, but she does stand pretty good. Here's a Han Solo. Gives you a little size comparison. Here is the other Black Series Stormtrooper, who I have a problem standing because of these crazy detents. Here's Darth Vader, Black Series Darth Vader, who is on a stand. Like on one of those little NECA stands, but still gives you a little bit of size comparison. Here's the Mafex Stormtrooper. So she's definitely going to look good up on your shelf in your Star Wars collection. But yeah, that's it, guys. That is the review on the Star Wars Black Series, the Hera Syndulla figure. Very, very cool figure. You know, overall looks good. I wish we got some little bit more accessories, and I wish we would have gotten a little bit more washed throughout. But I do like the head sculpt. It does look really, really nice. But that is the review, guys. Thank you for watching. Give me a comment below. Have you picked up any of the figures in this wave? What have you seen out there? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend. Hopefully you guys are off on Monday, so you get a nice 3-day weekend. But thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys on the next figure review. Take care.